All right, this one's probably gonna be a brief one because, like, I've read the question and I don't really have much to say. But still, considering that the liquid metallic hydrogen sun is a more plausible hypothesis as a basis for heliophysics, let's consider the implications of this hypothesis on cosmology. How does this affect cosmology, and for the viewers, what are the implications for the utter incompatibility of the concordance model, e.g., how it needs to be thrown out entirely and replaced ground up? Well, first of all, I do agree with this, but not necessarily because of the liquid metallic hydrogen solar model, right? I think that the Big Bang hypothesis needs to be thrown out entirely because it literally contradicts all the laws of physics, that is, all the laws of conservation, okay? That's my biggest issue with it. So only the eternal universe is in accord with conservation laws, which is kind of obvious. If you have energy now, you had to have energy previously, which means energy never appeared, right? And the same goes for momentum, for angular momentum, for electric charge, and for everything else. However, speaking of liquid metallic hydrogen model, once again, like this question is kind of loaded, right? Is it more plausible? Like there are opinions here which I don't necessarily agree, okay? But just for like we've had a video I think about the models of the sun. I think I said that the liquid metallic model is pretty interesting, but I didn't say it's a more plausible one. I mean, maybe there's a completely different model which we're not aware of, for example. But anyways, what are the implications of this hypothesis on cosmology? Well, first of all, I would think that a lot of our data on stars would be wrong if this model is correct. Like, namely, for example, see the recent videos of Robitaille on white dwarfs and things like that. So what could this lead to? Well, for example, improper distance measurements, improper models of stellar evolution, let's put it this way. Like, for example, the age of the sun becomes a little bit of a big question, honestly. Like, if liquid metallic model is correct, so the sun may be much younger than we think it is, it may be much older than we think it is, it may be maybe eternal even. I don't know what Robitaille thinks about stellar ages, for example. But I would think that significant modifications here would be needed at the very least, which means that the so-called age of the universe, in air quotes, would also need to be well, re-established, if you wish, again. So this, this may bring a lot of problems for the Big Bang hypothesis forth. Then, another issue I may think about is the elemental abundances. So, I think Robitaille says that the lithium problem is solved by the fact that the liquid metallic hydrogen kind of retains lithium within the lattice in order to stabilize it. I think, like I've read the article like almost 10 years ago, his paper. I mean, so I think he made statements like this one. So some of the elemental abundances may have to be modified once more, which once again may completely modify the ages issue. All right, so all the age estimates we have for the solar system, for the sun, for the universe, for the galaxy, like they would have to be revisited at the very least. So yeah, that would be, I think that would be the biggest factor for cosmology. So different approach to fusion and fission, and therefore different elemental abundances, and different like stellar evolution processes in the first place. So what we think are old stars could be young stars. What we think are young stars could be old stars, etc., etc. So everything could be, completely different. Yes, that would be my short answer, probably.